Remember that what you think about expands. Since you have the power to make your inner world work for you or against you, use it to create the images of bliss that you want to occur in your material world. Eventually, that inner bliss will be the blueprint that you consult as the architect of your everyday life. When you have the choice to be right or to be kind, always choose being kind. Remember that you have that choice in all of your daily interactions. Begin keeping track of the judgmental thoughts that you allow into your mind each day. Increasing your awareness of this judging habit will help you consult your loving presence as these judgmental attitudes surface. Know that you are not your name, your occupation, or your social security number. You are eternally light and divine, regardless of what you have done or have failed to do, regardless of what family you lived in or what you may have been labeled. In the God intelligence, you are holy and you have a purpose for being here. Look into a mirror and say out loud, I love you, I value you, and I know that there is much more to you than what I see staring back at me. You will find yourself going beyond the physical you and removing many of your intrusive thoughts about defending yourself and attempting to prove your worth. In the midst of a tumultuous meeting or a frantic encounter with your children, get up and excuse yourself for a moment. Give yourself 5 minutes to get centered and ask God this question: what is my purpose here, and how may I serve you in the midst of this confusion? Become aware that there are no accidents in our intelligent universe. Realize that everything that shows up in your life has something to teach you. Appreciate everyone and everything in your life. Avoid exaggerating or changing facts for the purpose of impressing others. This quality may be cute in a child, but in an adult, it is a way of relying on the ego to keep illusions alive. Persisting in this practice will just keep you from knowing your higher self, which needs no exaggeration to feel important in the eyes of others. Remember that your past must have taught you the wrong messages. These messages do not bring you peace and happiness. Do not be afraid to let go of those beliefs if they do not. Keep a journal. In it, describe what offends you about other people. If you can be objective, you will find that what offends you is really a judgment about how others should be behaving. These judgments are that false idea of yourself, convincing you that the world ought to be as you are, rather than as it is. If there is someone in your life whom you love, tell him or her how you feel, even if you are afraid to do so. By taking action against your fear of intimacy, you invite your higher self, your loving presence, to replace your ego's non-loving fear tactics. You cannot have a better past, so abandon that idea right now. You did what you knew how to do, given the circumstances of your life. Instead of indulging in regrets, let your thoughts remain on love, and let your actions stem from that love. Just be. Let go of all the beliefs that convince you of your inadequacies and shortcomings. Clean out that closet of worn-out loyalties to what you can and cannot do. Just open yourself up right in this moment. Just be. Strength. Have conversations with God in private and important moments. During these conversations, instead of asking for special favors, affirm your willingness to use all of your inner strength to create solutions. Practice giving without receiving. Send anonymous contributions or gifts. Pay the toll of the car behind you. A feeling of peace and contentedness will be your reward. Spend special moments in awe of the miracle that life truly is. Awe is the loving appreciation for God's work and the presence of the divine intelligence. A budding tree. Appreciate the beauty around you. A soaring bird, a budding tree, a mother and her nursing infant, an elderly couple holding hands. Allow love to circulate from you to them and feel it being returned. The more you practice receiving love from your surroundings, the more energized you will become. Give more of yourself and ask less in return. When serving others becomes a priority, you will start asking the universe on a daily basis, "How may I serve?" Know that you are an eternal and purposeful being. Be secure and serene, with no need for compliments or reassurances that you are in any way more special or distinct from others. We are all children of God, no favorites, no outcasts, all one. Know that you don't really have to do your best. Your best leaves no room for improvement. You are better off to simply do and enjoy and be willing to learn. Be cognizant of the fact that everyone who comes into your life in any capacity is valuable. The petty tyrants are just as divine as those who provide you with encouragement and support. Those whom we judge to be unfortunate or evil can teach us our greatest lessons. Try not to compare yourself to others as a measurement of your performance or feelings of success. If you do, you will have bought into the erroneous idea that God plays favorites, and that you will in some way be better when you are ahead of someone else. Practice generosity. People who give willingly of their possessions and their money are not doing it because they have it to give. They are coming from a special heart space that is attracted to serving and sharing. We can all give something in the service of others and in service of our higher selves. Free yourself from addictions, that is, addiction to substances such as alcohol, drugs, sugar, and caffeine, or more abstract concepts such as approval, danger, and sexual conquest. All of this is just your ego at work. When you know that you have the presence of God within you, you will no longer be addicted to externals. Allow your higher self to guide you when you have problems. Create a sentence that you repeat silently, such as, "Please decide for me. I leave it in your hands." This may seem like a cop-out, but I have found this technique helpful in many problem areas of my life. Be aware that nothing will bring about an inner feeling of turmoil faster than allowing yourself to be seduced into fighting or arguing. You always have a choice to argue or not to argue, to confront or not to confront, choose the peaceful approach. Demonstrate tolerance and love by ignoring what may have transpired in the past. Avoid the inclination to make someone wrong by pointing out the fallacies of their point of view with examples from their past. Let go of the desire to win and cultivate the desire to communicate. Rather than continually making an issue of things with your immediate family and friends, try letting go of your ego investment in favor of a more peaceful point of view. You only need a few seconds to pause and know how much better peace feels. Develop the ability to witness your thoughts by stepping back and watching them enter and exit your mind. Just observing the flow of thoughts will slow the mind down to the still point where you can experience God. Develop the sense that anything that is destructive to one human is destructive to all. Know that the essence of life force that flows through you flows through everyone. That awareness will give you a loving energy that will help to bring all of us together. Get a clear picture in your mind of something you would like to see happen in your life. A job opportunity, a new love, quitting an addictive behavior, or whatever it may be. Keep your inner focus on this picture and extend love outwardly with this picture in mind. The results will be worth your effort. Be aware of your thoughts and remind yourself that the simple act of thinking is evidence that there is an invisible energy flowing through you at all times. Develop your inner faith. The kind of faith I am describing does not need a religious service or a holy book. It comes from having the direct, inner experience of God as a part of your higher self.